Do you ever feel like you're clinging to things that no longer serve you? As we age, our perspective on life shifts. What once seemed essential, like seeking approval or staying updated with trends, loses its significance. After 60, clarity dawns, revealing that some things drain your energy. In this video, we explore 6 things that become unnecessary after turning 60. Some may surprise you, while others may be things you've already let go of. Regardless, recognizing what no longer adds value to your life frees up time, energy, and peace of mind, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. After all, the best years of your life shouldn't be burdened by things that no longer bring joy. Stay tuned until the end, as you might discover that letting go of these 6 things can transform your life in unexpected ways. Once you do, you'll wonder why you didn't do it sooner. Now, let's begin. Number 1. Keeping up with trends. In the past, staying on top of the latest trends, whether in fashion, technology, or lifestyle choices, felt crucial. There was an unspoken pressure to keep up, but as we age, we realize that most trends are fleeting and chasing them can be more exhausting than rewarding. What's popular today will be forgotten tomorrow, and trying to stay ahead of it all is simply not worth the effort. Take fashion, for instance. When you were younger, you might have felt the need to dress a certain way to fit in. But now, you understand what looks good on you, what feels comfortable, and what aligns with your personality. You're dressing for yourself, not to impress others. This means no more worrying about whether your clothes are in season or whether your shoes match the latest trend. Your style is timeless because it's uniquely yours. Technology and lifestyle trends can be overwhelming after 60. New gadgets and fads promise faster, smarter, and better options, but do you really need them? After all, you've lived long enough to know what works for you. You don't need someone else's idea of the best way to live your life. Trust your body, habits, and what makes you feel good. Letting go of the need to keep up with trends is one of the most liberating things you can do after 60. It allows you to focus on what truly matters, what brings you joy, improves your quality of life, and doesn't make you feel left behind. Remember, the best things in life don't go out of style. Another common trap is seeking everyone's approval. Throughout life, there's an unspoken pressure to meet expectations from family, friends, co-workers, and society as a whole. We try to be agreeable, say the right things, and avoid disappointing others. But after 60, you realize that no matter how much effort you put into pleasing others, there will always be someone who disagrees, criticizes, or thinks you should do things differently. Think about how many decisions you've made in life based on what others thought was best. It's time to break free from this cycle and prioritize your own happiness and fulfillment. Maybe you accepted a job because it was perceived as respectable. Perhaps you accepted invitations, even if you didn't want to attend, because you didn't want to seem rude. You might have even held back on pursuing activities that truly brought you joy, fearing judgment. But now, you've finally realized that none of these things truly matter. The truth is, people are too preoccupied with their own thoughts to scrutinize your every move. Even if they do, their opinions don't define you. As you approach 60, your focus shifts to what truly brings you happiness, what gives you peace, and what feels right to you. You no longer waste time trying to be the version of yourself that others expect. Instead, you embrace your true self. And here's the beautiful part. The moment you stop seeking approval, you gain something even better: self-respect. You start doing things because they feel right, not because you'll earn someone's praise. You surround yourself with people who accept you for who you are, not those who only approve when you conform to their standards. You let go of the need for validation and instead find confidence in simply being yourself. So, if you've spent decades worrying about what people think, it might be time to finally let that go. You don't need permission to live your life on your own terms. The people who truly matter will support you, and the rest their opinions were never worth your energy in the first place. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment #2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend subscribing and turning on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating informative and inspiring content. Now, let's move forward. Number 3. Overloading your schedule. For much of life, being busy is seen as a positive thing. A packed schedule, endless commitments, and constant movement can make you feel productive, useful, and even important. Once you turn 60, you begin to realize that busyness doesn't always equate to happiness. In fact, constantly filling your days with obligations can leave you feeling drained rather than fulfilled. For years, you may have juggled responsibilities, balancing work, family, social events, and numerous other commitments. However, after 60, you gain a new perspective on time. You realize that time is no longer something to be squandered carelessly, it's something to be cherished. Every hour you agree to something unnecessary is an hour you take away from something truly meaningful. One of the most significant changes that occur as you age is that you no longer feel the need to prove yourself through activity. You don't have to accept every invitation, agree to every favor, or feel guilty for declining things that don't bring you joy. Slowing down isn't laziness, it's wisdom. It's recognizing that your energy is valuable and should be spent on things that truly matter, things that bring peace, joy, and fulfillment. Instead of packing your days with constant obligations, you start embracing intentional living. This means prioritizing quality over quantity, spending time with uplifting individuals, engaging in activities that genuinely bring you joy, and allowing yourself to simply be. There's a certain power in waking up and knowing that your day is yours to shape, not one dictated by a long list of tasks and responsibilities that only leave you feeling exhausted. The truth is, when you step back from the constant rush, you begin to appreciate life in a way you never have before. You notice the small moments: a quiet morning with a cup of coffee, a meaningful conversation, a walk without the urgency to get somewhere. These moments might seem simple, but they often bring the greatest peace. So, if you've spent most of your life measuring success by how much you can fit into your day, it might be time to reconsider that. Busyness doesn't define your worth. Once you stop overloading your schedule, you might discover that life becomes more enjoyable, fulfilling, and meaningful than ever before. Let's move on to the 4th point: holding on to toxic relationships. As you age, you begin to realize that not every relationship is worth maintaining. When you were younger, you may have felt obligated to keep certain people in your life, driven by guilt, habit, or a sense of duty. However, after reaching the age of 60, a shift occurs. You become more protective of your time, peace, and energy, leading you to let go of relationships that no longer serve you. Toxic relationships can manifest in various forms. It could be a so-called friend who only reaches out when they need something, a relative who constantly criticizes you, or even an old acquaintance who drains your energy with endless negativity. At one point, you might have convinced yourself that this is just how they are and endured their behavior. However, by 60, you no longer have the patience for such toxicity. Remember, relationships should bring joy, not exhaustion. If someone consistently makes you feel guilty, anxious, or unappreciated, then keeping them around is a choice, not an obligation. The notion that you must tolerate negativity simply because of history no longer holds any weight. You've lived long enough to understand that people either enrich your life or drain it. You deserve to be surrounded by those who uplift you, not those who drag you down. And let's not forget the importance of hearing something truly meaningful. Letting go of toxic relationships isn't about anger or resentment, it's about self-respect. It's about prioritizing peace over conflict, calmness over chaos, and emotional well-being over unnecessary drama. Some people may not comprehend your decision, and they might even try to make you feel guilty for stepping away. But the truth is, you don't owe anyone an explanation for choosing happiness. What you do owe yourself is a life filled with genuine, supportive, and loving connections. The kind of people who celebrate your triumphs, stand by you during challenging times, and bring joy into your life. When you let go of the wrong people, you create space for the right ones. This is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself at this stage of life. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment on the fourth point below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend subscribing and turning on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating informative and inspiring content. Now, let's move on to the fifth point, worrying about what others think. For many years, many people carry the burden of other people's opinions. You may have made decisions based on expectations, chosen a career, lifestyle, or even your words and actions, all with the fear of judgment. However, as you turn 60, something becomes evident. Most of the things you worried about never truly mattered. The truth is, people have opinions about everything. Regardless of your actions, someone will always have something to say. If you adopt a certain approach, some will approve, while others won't. If you make a significant decision, some will support you, while others will criticize. Trying to please everyone is a futile endeavor. At this stage of life, you realize that you no longer need to play this game. Consider the countless hours wasted over the years second-guessing yourself because of what someone else might think. How many moments of joy were suppressed due to concerns about appearing foolish? How many dreams were set aside because you feared what people would say? But after 60, you begin to see things differently. You realize that true freedom comes when you cease living for the approval of others and start living for yourself. This doesn't mean you stop caring about people. It means you stop giving their opinions the power to dictate your happiness. The people who genuinely care about you will accept you for your true self, not for the person you want to be. On the other hand, those who constantly judge or criticize their opinions were never about you. They were about their own insecurities. Releasing this worry is one of the most liberating things you can do. You no longer waste time trying to fit into a mold that wasn't meant for you. Instead, you embrace your choices fully, speak your mind without hesitation, and enjoy life without the unnecessary burden of judgment. As a result, you find a newfound level of confidence and peace. So, if you've spent too many years worrying about what others think, now is the time to let that go. Their opinions don't shape your life, you do. The sooner you realize this, the sooner you'll experience the kind of freedom that makes every day more enjoyable, more fulfilling, and truly yours. Let's move on. Number 6. Buying and accumulating more stuff. For decades, life may have revolved around acquiring things. Bigger houses, nicer cars, more clothes, better furniture. There was always something new to buy, something else to add. But after 60, you begin to see possessions differently. You start to realize that having more doesn't always equate to having better. In fact, the things you own can often end up owning you. Take a look around your home. How many things do you truly use? And how many just sit there, taking up space? Over the years, it's easy to accumulate belongings. Everything they promise happiness, security, or a sense of achievement. But as you age, you realize that it's not the possessions that bring joy. It's the experiences, the people, and the moments that truly matter. That's why so many people feel a sense of relief after decluttering. Letting go of unnecessary things isn't just about creating space in your physical home, it's about creating space in your life. A house filled with unused items can feel overwhelming, while a home that holds only what is useful or meaningful feels peaceful. At this stage of life, peace is far more valuable than material possessions. Another significant shift occurs when you cease the pursuit of impressing others. As a young adult, there may have been pressure to possess the latest car, trendy clothes, or stylish furniture to signify success. However, now you no longer feel compelled to prove anything to anyone. You make purchases based on necessity and stop worrying about others' opinions. This kind of freedom is priceless. Moreover, you begin contemplating what truly endures. At the end of life, no one wishes they had acquired more material items. Instead, they yearn for more time, love, and experiences. The joy of shared meals, the warmth of laughter, and the tranquility of a simple life are the things that truly enrich a person's later years. Not another new gadget, another piece of furniture, or another unnecessary purchase. If you've spent years accumulating, now is the opportune moment to simplify. Focus on what truly adds value to your life and let go of what doesn't. Because when you cease striving to accumulate more, you start appreciating what you already possess. This is one of the most profound lessons of all. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment on #6 below to let me know your presence. Additionally, if you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend subscribing and turning on the bell to ensure you don't miss any future videos. Your support is instrumental in helping us continue creating informative and inspiring content. Now, let's move forward with our final thoughts. Shia Show Nuan. As we conclude this video, take a moment to reflect on these 6 things that become redundant after the age of 60. Keeping up with trends, seeking everyone's approval, overcommitting your schedule, clinging to toxic relationships, worrying excessively about others' opinions, and accumulating more material possessions. Each of these aspects can occupy unnecessary space in both your physical and mental well-being. However, when you release them, you create room for what truly matters. This stage of life is not about pursuing the things that once held significance. Embracing what brings you peace, enjoying the freedom of experience, the confidence of wisdom, and the joy of living life on your own terms are key to a richer, simpler, and more meaningful life. When you release what no longer serves you, life becomes more fulfilling. Ask yourself which of these 6 things you're ready to let go of, which ones have already been left behind, and which ones linger. Taking that first step, whether it's decluttering, setting boundaries, or simply caring less about others' opinions, can make a significant difference. The truth is, the best years of your life are still ahead, waiting for you to fully embrace them. Thank you for joining us today. We value your input and would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments provides us with great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating valuable content to inform and inspire you. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.